Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Philip Sanchez, your Assistant Director of Membership with your San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us this morning. We're partnered today with our members at the American Red Cross, who have a great presentation in store for you. Before we get started, though, I would like to just go over some brief housekeeping rules. We do just ask that you please remain muted throughout the presentation. At the end of today's presentation, there will be a Q&A session. So as you have questions, please place them in the chat box and we will get to them. Also, this presentation is being recorded and will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. A link to the recording will also be sent out to all who registered and in next week's newsletter. So now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Michael Vela, Executive Director of the American Red Cross, our very own Hispanic Chamber Board member and Chair of our Membership Committee.
Thank you very much, Philip. I'd like to welcome everyone to this session today, and I'm proud to serve as your Executive Director for the American Red Cross serving Greater San Antonio. Our service area includes everything from New Braunfels, Comal County, all the way down to Webb and Zapata County around Laredo, Texas. It's a wide area, 13 counties. Today we have with us Tracy Beach. She is our Disaster Program Manager. She will be monitoring the chat and would happy to answer any questions you have following the presentation. And we have Mr. Marco Banda, a very dedicated Red Cross volunteer. We appreciate him so much. Not only has he served as a volunteer at the American Red Cross, but he is a former board member of our chapter. So we want to thank you, Marco, for joining us today and offering to volunteer your time to do this presentation for the business members of the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Our mission at the Red Cross is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergency. This is one way we do it, through preparedness. So we are excited to offer you this free information that's valuable for your business, and we hope to be of service to you beyond this presentation. So I will go ahead and kick it off to Marco. Marco, thank you.
Thank you for your introduction, and thank you for everyone that is attending today's presentation. I'm going to start talking to you about Ready Rating. This is what we're presenting today. And as Michael said, my name is Marco Banda. I'm a Red Cross volunteer, facilitator, and instructor. I am a business owner myself. So as a business owner, I have concerns of preparedness that might potentially affect my business, the way that my business operates. And today I'd like to talk to you about a way to get this information, just to be in a better position, just to get our business ready. So disasters are on the rise. More people are affected each decade. Nearly 21 million US adults were affected by disasters between 2001 and 2011. That's nearly 5 times more than in the prior decade. This year alone in our area, we had those freezing days that made many people take special measures to keep their families and their organizations safe and able to continue operations during that time. Emergency preparedness planning for organizations is critical to minimize the impact of disasters on people, operations, property, and investments. Unfortunately, the majority of organizations in the United States are not prepared to withstand a disaster or other emergency. Businesses, according to the U.S. Small Business Administration, small businesses represent more than 99% of all employers. Unfortunately, small to medium-sized businesses are also the most vulnerable in the event of a disaster. A survey from the Ad Council reported that nearly 2/3, 62% of respondents indicated that they don't have an emergency plan in place for their business, even though 40% of businesses affected by natural or man-made disasters never reopen. So consider this: your business might never reopen if you're not ready or have a plan. Appropriate preparedness planning can help businesses minimize the impact of disasters on employees, property, and operations, and recover more quickly from a disaster. Houses of worship. According to the 2000 US religious census, there are roughly 350,000 religious congregations in the United States. Natural disasters and attacks on places of worship in recent years make preparedness planning essential for these organizations. Effective emergency planning can help an organization respond appropriately and resume operations quickly during an emergency, so it can continue to care for its members and, if needed, support those affected in the community by disasters. Schools. According to a 2016 report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than a fifth of the US public schools districts lack comprehensive plans to respond to natural disasters and other emergencies. Having a comprehensive emergency preparedness plan in place at school is essential to protect the lives of our nation's students and teachers. And of course, nonprofit organizations. The nonprofit sector represents 10% of the American workforce, or 11.4 million jobs. Nonprofits, like big businesses, are vulnerable to disasters and face unique challenges, as the needs of existing clients might become more acute and new clients might seek service. Effective emergency planning can help nonprofit organizations respond appropriately and recover quickly so they can meet service delivery needs. So we're presenting you the solution. Organizations that are prepared to respond to disasters and other emergencies are critical to building and sustaining resilient communities. That is why the American Red Cross launched the Ready Rating program in 2008. The Ready Rating program is a free online self-paced organizational emergency preparedness program that helps organizations of all types prepare appropriately, respond effectively, and recover quickly from disasters and other emergencies. Ready Rating meets or exceeds the minimum standards for organization preparedness set by the OSHA. As a Ready Rating member, you can measure your organization's current preparedness level, help your organization improve its emergency action plan, or create one if your organization does not have one. Provide the tools needed to your employees that know how to do it, track your progress, make getting prepared simple, cost-effective, and achievable, which is the most important part. Current Ready Rating members come from a wide range of sectors and include all of the above: financial institutions, insurance, retail, trade, manufacturing, real estate, nonprofit. Ready Rating members are an engaged audience. In Ready Rating member surveys, members value Ready Rating. 90% of Ready Rating members rate the service as good to excellent. 75% of members have updated their preparedness plans due to Ready Rating. 70% of ready rating members have educated their employees on preparedness at work. Members have increased their preparedness scores, some by as much as 42%. Imagine what we do if you had a preparedness team there that is trained on CPR, for example, if you're a restaurant. An organization becomes a Ready Rating member by enrolling on the website readyrating.org. You only need to accept a membership agreement and completing an organization self-assessment to measure its current preparedness level. Once the current level of preparedness is measured, the Ready Rating program provides a next steps report to assist in improving the organization's Ready Rating assessment score, thereby improving its ability to respond effectively to disasters and other emergencies over time. Creation of a customized OSHA compliant emergency action plan template is enabled through an easy online self-paced tool. Remember, if anyone had a question, just go to the chat box and then we'll try to answer it there. Ready Go, an abbreviated 25-question assessment designed for fast evaluation that focuses on core functions that affect preparedness. If your organization is just starting its preparedness efforts, this is a good place to start. Ready Advance, a comprehensive 60-question assessment that provides a more comprehensive planning approach if your organization wants to go deeper and has previously taken some steps to better prepare. The Ready Advance assessment will provide more in-depth measurement of the actions you have taken and what you need to continue to move forward on. You can easily change from Ready Go to Ready Advance assessments as needed. You can also achieve other older assessments. Assessments are comprised of the following sections: participation. Organization demonstrates a commitment to improve preparedness, emergency planning. Organization demonstrates an understanding of the most likely hazards and potential impacts and creates actions plan for before, during, and after emergencies. Facility and equipment. Organizations prepares its environment and response equipment appropriately. Training and exercises. Organizations integrate preparedness into its organizational culture by ensuring staff is properly trained and by practicing preparedness actions. Extended community. Organization demonstrates as commitment to help the wider community prepare for disasters and other emergencies. An organization will define its own community based on what the organization considers more relevant. Examples include supply and distribution chains, employees and their families, local schools that employees' children attend, etc. Completing an assessment generates a score on a scale from 1 to 100, which measures the organization's current level of preparedness, as well as customized next steps report, which outlines the recommended steps the organization can take to improve. Let me know if I'm going too fast or there's a question. Remember, there's a chat box there that you can just drop your question there. Both the Ready Rating Go, the 25 items, and the Ready Rating Advance, the 60 items assessments have the items categorized in the following sections: participation, emergency planning, facility and equipment, training and exercises, and extended community. This is a screenshot of Ready Go assessment. As you can tell in this screenshot, there's a percentage here and your own assessment details. And of course, there are, after you take this assessment, there's a next step recommended by the system. The more items that need your attention to complete a better score. As mentioned previously, completing either assessment generates a score, which measures the organization's current level of preparedness, as well as customized next steps report, which outlines the recommended actions the organization can take to improve its level of preparedness. The next steps report each assessment line that you outlined that you did not achieve and provides an overview of why it is important. Then recommends resource center tools that will help you organizations complete the objective and increase your Ready rating assessment score. Ready rating members can improve their assessment scores by completing recommended steps and updating their assessments regularly. This is a screenshot of next steps report. So after you completed your Ready rating assessment, for example, here there's an emergency planning. This report, this example is recommending the creation of an ERP committee that has been formed. So that emergency response planning committee within your organizations will take these steps just to take your organizations to a better place in preparedness. So the Ready Rating Resource Center has valuable tools and information to help achieve each topic in the Ready Rating assessment, and it is broken down in the same categories under the Ready Rating assessment: participation, emergency planning, facilities and equipment, training and exercises, extended community. Examples of these resources include hazard vulnerability assessments, quick drills for floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, sheltering in place, active shooter, and other emergency contact cards, overview on an incident command system, media training for staff, and more. The Ready Rating Resource Center contains more than 70 actionable resources that help members achieve their preparedness goals, including the following resources, like more than 30 videos on topics of emergency preparedness given by experts in the field of emergency management, including emergency action plans, job descriptions, report, checklist, sample forms, presentation decks, white papers. So as you can tell, there are many resources you can use for organization. This is a screenshot of one of the resource center. This is a presentation for participation, emergency planning, facility equipment, training exercises. And they all have videos and then they're interactive to keep your audience engaged. These are the more than 25 concise videos on topic of emergency preparedness given by experts in the field. Easy to understand, very knowledgeable person will give you a video and the information on that topic for your audience to have. It will help your team to understand critical concepts and goals. Use Ready Rating Emergency Action Plan template tool to easily create a customized emergency action plan that fits your organization's needs. Select from 2 template options. EAP Go template is a standardized topic that addresses minimum OSHA requirements. The EAP Advanced template up to 70 additional topics that allow you to go into much greater detail. Lots of topics can be added for as much a more comprehensive EAP. Both templates can be exported to your computers to finalize customization to your organization. And every organization and facility should have a written emergency action plan. But facilities with 10 employees or more are required by OSHA to make a written emergency action plan and have it available to every employee. This is a screenshot of the EAP Advanced Template Generator. It has the EAP Go has only the OSHA required topics, but the Advanced, in addition to the OSHA required topics, allows you to choose from more than 70 topics. So you have all the information at your fingertips. Shelter-in-place procedures, data and vital records, specific hazard guidance for earthquakes, hurricanes, floods, fires, etc. Ready Rating includes a dashboard, which allows each member organization to easily view its activity and track progress. And dashboard, of course, provides a snapshot of your current actions, your latest assessment score, access to next steps report, access to your emergency action plan template tool, and your Ready Rating star ranking. The How to Do Compare section compares your organization's Ready Rating score to other Ready Rating member organizations that are in the same industry: retail, nonprofit, manufacturing, etc. We don't share your information with anybody, but only for statistic purposes around you or other members. They have their assessments score, so you can just compare to. For Ready Rating members who wish to have separate accounts for different facilities and locations, in case you have more than one location, by using a shared organization's ID, each of your sites can be linked to their assessments. Scorecards, emergency response plans can be viewed and sorted out by the organization's manager. To set up Ready Rating administrative account, just email readyrating@redcross.org. The Ready Rating will have these member communications. It will give you a monthly welcome, a welcome message, and then a monthly updates. Upon joining, encouraging your organizations to complete the assessment, that will be the first step. That will be the welcome message, invitation to check out your next steps report upon completion of assessment, periodic reminders to update assessment, and quarterly members newsletters, which feature articles about relevant preparedness topics. And of course, all these topics are going to be custom tailored to your needs or your organization's needs. So on your benefits, preparedness is made simple. As an instructor, people ask me, what should I have in my organization or in my church? So first thing we ask people is to have at least one entrance up front and one in the back, and be free of obstacles or stuff like that. So this is what you're going to have. So preparedness is going to be made simple. You're in control of the process, timeline, and actions you take to improve your organization's level of preparedness. You can watch your preparedness level improve as you update your assessment. And of course, the benefits are free, thanks to our generous sponsors. Many of you donate to the Red Cross and support the Red Cross. Thank you for that. Updated total Ready Rating membership can be found at readyrating.org/membership at a glance. In Ready Rating member surveys, members love Ready Rating. 90% of Ready Rating members rate the service as good to excellent. And members are taking actions. Like 75% of members have updated their emergency action plans due to Ready Rating. 70% of Ready Rating members have educated their employees about preparedness at work. I personally have been going to organizations to teach people hands-on CPR. And it is very rewarding seeing people that they didn't want to take action in case of something happened at work because they were thinking that we're going to get in trouble. But with the right steps to being prepared, people are ready, and you're going to you overcome your problems, or if anything comes up at your organization. And of course, members have increased their scores, some by as much as 42%. I'd like to ask you to take action today and join Ready Rating. Go to readyrating.org and register in 1 minute. Then the next step will be start measuring your preparedness level. And you can go to Ready Go Assessment, which is faster than the next one. But if you really feel that you need to get more in depth, just go to Ready Advanced Assessment. It will take you a little more time and more steps, and probably will give you the information you didn't know that you needed help with in your organization, and start improving using your next steps report. Protect your organization, staff, clients, and community. This is the last slide, and this is the badge of a Ready Rating member for the year 2018. So you can probably display that one in your organization. If you have it, again, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat box and we'll get back to you. And this presentation will be recorded, so it will be available to you. Thank you for your time today. Don't forget to visit readyrating.org.
Well, thank you so much, Marco, for that presentation. We greatly appreciate it. That information is very helpful, especially right now with so many things going on around us. I'm sure it can be very helpful to many of our schools, small businesses, and local organizations here in town. So as Marco mentioned, we are recording, and the link to today's recording will be sent out to everyone. We'll also be including the contact information for the Red Cross team in case you'd like to reach out to them personally and ask any questions that you may have missed today. Again, I'd like to thank you all on behalf of the Hispanic Chamber and the American Red Cross for joining us today. We hope to see you soon at one of our next events. In the meantime, please be safe out there, take care, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tracy, to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your having us
Our pleasure. Goodbye.